You're Near the Wild with Matt Becker and John Norris, recorded in Anchorage, Alaska.
Hello!
There's John Norris.
Oh,
That sounds like Matt Becker.
That sounds like a Matt Becker noise.
We're all here.
that is. We made it.
I'm going to drink a little green tea and clear my throat here. Hold on.
Hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna find a chair.
I'm gonna open a door because it's 1,000,000 degrees in my house right now.
All right. How is it so warm at your house, John? You live in Alaska.
It is unbearable.
Okay, that would be a great lead-in to obviously what everyone's talking about in Anchorage. But do we want to go there right away?
That we drink coffee?
And like how addictive coffee is, even to the wildlife in Anchorage.
Yeah, but who has a coffee tin? Who has that?
That's the thing.
Yeah,
What
that's a decorative.
Obviously,
tin.
what we're talking about is the bear with a coffee tin, a black bear in Alaska with a coffee tin over its head, and the video, which they jumped from when the bear was walking across, with no idea where it's at, across a highway, and then they get to the bear conked out, and I'm like, did someone have a tranquilizer gun, or is that bear dead?
I like the way you got into that, Greg. Obviously, we're talking about the bear that had a coffee tin on its head. The biggest news of the week, what everybody's talking about.
Was it a brown bear or a black bear? Because a black bear, usually the tag's hanging off the coffee tin.
Unpaid.
Unbelievably racist towards our wildlife here.
Now, I got a question for you two chaps. You live up there where there are bears, obviously. If you saw that, like, trucking across the street, I mean, not really trucking, like kind of wandering aimless. Like if I had an IR camera and I could watch you try and get across a room that you're not familiar with in the dark, that's what this bear looked like. I mean,
Hey, Buckethead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean, would you?
I'll be more worried he doesn't know where he's at.
Yeah, he's disoriented when he wakes up and he'll be confused.
That pin the tail on a donkey, but with claws. It's like as soon as you pull that tin off, you're it.
Yeah. But like, what could you do if you saw this? I mean, you're in a remote stretch. It was like, I guess it was on the road out to Tok or something. But I mean, you're on a remote stretch of highway and you see this bear like amble across the highway, and then
Greg, to be fair, how long have you been out of Alaska? What would you do? You shoot it, Greg. You shoot everything out there. A guy comes up to you with a tin on his head. You shoot him.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's
in the video, you can see the guy who is very carefully removing this tin has like a tackle box full of tools and it looked like some syringes. Like this guy was ready to put either a bear or a girl to sleep.
Yeah, well, to be fair, along the highway, there are probably plenty, especially in the summer, there are plenty of people who are going out fishing that are well prepared. The three of us are probably woefully unprepared to be, 10 minutes away from a grocery store. But
oh, yeah. I just like a couple weekends ago, me and my girlfriend Stephanie went hiking out at Eagle River. And when we got there, we paid for parking. They were like, "Be careful! There's been some bear sightings." And I was like, "I'm still in the city. I'm cool." and so we're hiking for like what seemed like days. I think it was like a half an hour, but I was done. I was completely done hiking. And we're like close to the end of the trail, and then there's a big group of people, and they tell us there's a bear and we can't go any further. And I realized at that moment that like if like there wasn't a group of like outdoorsy people with like bear spray and guns, like I would have been dead. I would have walked right into it.
Sure.
I would have been just like completely unprepared, except I was holding an 8-pound chihuahua. So I don't know if that would have helped or hurt, but I'm just not built.
John, how much did you pay the people to say there was a bear up ahead?
Look, I'm good for about 30 minutes. So if you just jog on up.
No,
just like a light jog. I don't want you to break a sweat. And then we'll be there at exactly 1:15. And then at 1:30, just kind of like ambling back, say, "Guys, turn around. There's a bear." Nothing you can do. And is that worth $25?
fucking thing was we had to go through where this like mama bear and her cubs were to get back to the car. So this bear was really fucking up my day. I was like, I'm ready to just run through if it gets me back to the car sooner.
Like run through like the other night we were
the bear gauntlet.
Yeah, we had a huge thunderstorm here one night. We were downtown having dinner, and I said, "Hey, I'll go get the car." There's 4 of us, and I said, "I'll go run and get the car." And the car is about a block and a half, 2 blocks away, but the last like 100 yards of it is in an open parking lot with nothing around it except the cars and a little like guard shack, right? And that's kind of like the bear run. I'm running as like lightning is peeling every 10 seconds. There's these strikes going down and it's pouring rain. And I thought the only thing I could do would just be run wildly as if somehow I would scatter my presence. And
were you wearing a suit of armor?
I might as well have been running through a bear area. The way I was doing it was just like manically running to get to something that I deemed as safer than where I was standing when I started. So I feel you, John. I feel you.
Yeah.
You just go for it.
I just like your strategies for survival is to run like sideways and like, roll around on the ground.
And then I would think that somehow me waving my
arms. The lightning can't find you if you're zigzagging.
Yeah. Like I'm zigzagging.
It doesn't know what it's doing.
He keeps moving.
Well, I'm fighting the British.
It made me feel good. So I don't know what I would be able to do if I saw the bear. I guess it would be like we would probably all discuss it in the car as we continued down to wherever we're going, and then say, well, that's nature, survival of the fittest. That's why you don't see a lot.
Well, I read somewhere that bears hate gin, so that's why I drink a lot of gin whenever I'm out in the wilderness.
Yeah, but by the time they taste it, it's too late, John. You'd have to wear it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm wearing it after a couple of drinks.
It's just the gooey center they don't like.
Yeah, like what crawled in there that the bear wanted? Because it certainly wasn't coffee. I mean, that tin was rusted, right? It was big. It was a box. It was like a box of coffee that a bear's head could get in.
That's like a $75 antique coffee tin.
Yeah.
That bear knew what he was doing.
I think somebody hid their weed in it, and the thing was it was all hopped up.
I did see.
We actually did have another story this week that was very similar to this story. Then, what it was is a guy was found near the woods over by, was it Chester Creek?
Was it Chester? Yeah, it was by the Campbell. Wasn't the Campbell Creek trailhead?
Yeah, and he was all bloody, and they thought he got stabbed. So they took him, and he's incapacitated. So they got no idea. Then later they do a report and say, we think he was attacked by a bear. He wasn't stabbed at all. So they closed the police report on that. And then 2 days later they go, we think it now is a moose. But in between that 2 days, Fish and Game went out and shot a black bear they thought did it.
That's just like the cops. Shoot first.
Well,
they said that bear was very aggressive when we pointed our guns at him.
I actually know someone on the Fish and Game up there, and I asked him about that. And the reason they killed that bear is they found a knife on the bear, so he was up to trouble. There was something going on. He was guilty of something.
He had warrants.
I've seen some body cam footage from the Fish and Game people, and you can see him sprinkling crack on the bear's body after they shot him.
No, they dropped it when they were picking it up.
They throw down a straight razor next to the bear paw. Look, man, he was loaded with all these weapons. You did right. It's all right. Come on, Jeffrey. We're okay. I'm totally going to back you in the report, Jeffrey.
Yeah, that's it. I got this.
He was coming at me. You saw it. You all saw it.
But they said that what was it? They wouldn't release his condition. There was some follow-up. But because now it wasn't a stabbing, they no longer monitor his health.
Well, the police stopped investigating.
Yeah, stopped investigating. Yeah, because now we go, well, we shot a bear and this guy wasn't stabbed, and now we're looking for a moose. Well, they're not. That's what they said. We're no longer looking for a moose.
So are there wanted posters at the post office with a moose?
Again, this is a civil matter, Greg. When it's a moose, it's a civil matter.
Maybe he's got like a backwards hat on or something. Look out for this guy.
The moose is the official animal of Anchorage. So, I mean, it's pretty untouchable. So when they thought it was a bear, they're just like, fuck it, shoot any bear you see. But when it's a moose, they're like, no, we can't get into this. We don't want.
Yeah,
the moose are fine.
That gets sticky.
Well, what I go by too is they never explained if it was like a homeless guy or who. They said he was 50-some and he was beaten around the head and neck by something. And
yeah, they said he was in the article I just read today. They said he was like a caretaker for a bed and breakfast in I think maybe in the area. It was unclear.
Because that's my problem with journalism right there, John. It's as you didn't say, if it was living in the woods, well, that would where I expect you to get trampled by a moose. But if he just thought he'd take a jog before going to work, but you look at the comments and nobody said, that's my uncle. I hope he gets better quick. Nobody said anything, so he's not that popular.
Don't ever look at the comments. I mean, those are there's nothing to be gleaned from the comments.
Isn't that Hobo 101 when you get caught on some property that's not yours and you go, no, I take care of this place. I check in on it every once in a while. Yeah. They're not here. They're not here clearly. And
that's how the media outs you as a jogger.
Yeah.
Well, this dude is still.
I don't jog. Oh, he got attacked by a bear on the trail.
It's now that it's a moose and not a story anymore. It's they haven't said if he woke up. He was like in a coma. So they can't get any information from him. That's why they're not sure if it was a bear with a taser or a moose with a straight razor.
I know. They said they're going to wait and get a statement from him when he is more able to talk. And I went, well, there's only one way you're able to talk, and that's get better.
I got a real problem here because I feel like even the most novice woodsman, even let me use John. You said like you always consider you're still in the city. I think even you could tell if someone's been attacked by either a bear or a moose. Because a bear has like these things called claws and sharp teeth. And a moose is going to just kick you around like a fucking soccer ball. You know what I mean? Well, it seems like anyone there should be someone who could come in and tell you, oh no, that's a moose. Or that's a lynx, or it's not. I think
they eventually they found like moose hair on the guy, so that's why they think.
Yeah. Somebody was either shaving a moose.
They brought in the wildlife SVU to come in and
That's a great show, John.
Yeah, I'm pitching that to USA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It is a very confusing story because a man gets stabbed by a bear. Nope, he got kicked by a moose.
I even think like a knife wound would be markedly different than the scraping of a claw across a body. You know what I mean? It would seem like that there would be three others. There'd be like this weird like Wolverine character running around stabbing people, or a bear. That would be the only explanation I think that would draw any kind of confusion. And since we're not in that universe, it would seem that it's either a knife or it's not.
Well, the crime in this city just keeps getting weirder and weirder. The moose was probably a laid-off slope worker who's trying to just mug this dude for money.
Yeah.
Yeah. He used to go play a moose for 2 weeks every year, or 2 weeks every month.
2 on,
and they
1
said,
off.
Nope, you're going to have to just be a moose at home for weeks.
I don't know how to do that.
Moose.
I don't know how to do that anymore. My kids don't even relate to me. The twins.
Weed was supposed to have a calming effect on this town, and it has not. I'm just saying, all you're lying about, have you tried sativa? Have you tried the edibles? I go, I don't know. I've tried to look out because there's people shooting at the mall again.
I did see that the marijuana board convened and passed all of the licenses for grow operations starting in Anchorage. And I did see our friend Bruce on the board there in the publicity shop.
It's weird to me that they approved every single one. Like, out of all of them, there had to be one that was just sloppy, right? So somebody was bad at paperwork,
or filled
one
out.
Guy with domestic abuse, one guy with making LSD in Kansas. Something you did a background check and nobody missed.
Well, maybe it was one of those things where they weeded so to speak, they weeded those out first. And glaringly, if one is written in crayon, that's never going to go past the first stage, right? And if someone with a felony, they would throw that out before it even got up to the board. I would imagine.
I got mine. I got my license, so it's good. But I just don't understand. I got a hot dog weed truck.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What's it called?
The truck runs on hot dogs, and I sell weed out of it. It's very weird. Yeah, but I get hot dogs for practically nothing.
Yeah, you can run those all day long, right? You can run on those all day long.
Yeah, it's called Wang's Weed. Wang's Weed. Put some Wang in your mouth. It's good. Trying to get the Asian market.
So, Becker, I have a question. How did you fare with with all the stuff from the garage? Did you get rid of it?
I am still in the process of doing it. The weather is literally, Greg, turned beautiful.
Yeah.
Somebody posted the other day. We're supposed to have 77 on Thursday.
Yeah. So basically, all the stuff that was drenched in the unseasonable downpour that you had while you were cleaning your garage, and everything was in the yard. That's my recap.
Yeah, I was hoping John would come over and do the podcast in the backyard so he could help me dry some of the stuff, but apparently,
blowing on it. What was I going to do?
no. You take towels and you just wipe it off, then you roll it in oil so it doesn't rust, and then you just get another drill bit and do it again. Get another drill bit, do it again. No reason one guy should have to do all the work.
Yeah.
You should get an intern.
Yeah, intern for the bus, dude.
Like, yeah, no, it's good though. I've cleaned out. We've gone to the dump twice, so that's good. And we're getting it. It's going to be really cool. It'll be good. You'll see. You'll see.
You'll teach the rain.
Oh, you know what I got? New invention of the week. And I didn't invent it. Again, this is my joke about America. We don't invent things. But have you ever tried that powdered peanut butter, Greg?
Yes, I have.
Is that
Talked
amazing?
about it. We talked about it on this show, right?
I believe it's called PB2 or something.
Okay, I must still sleep during that part. But yeah, I mix it with beer. It's amazing. And then you add some hummus, and you end up with this thick peanut butter tasting hummus beer. It's amazing.
Wait, do you drink it or are you putting it on stuff?
No, you spread it on it. You drink while you do it. That way you can double fist with sandwich.
So it's the powdered peanut butter with some beer and then hummus all mixed together?
Yeah.
All right.
And then you put it in the fridge for a little bit. It turns out to be this. And then I whip it too. I'll whip it. Whip it good.
Whip it
with
good.
One of those spinner things. What are they? You get them at IKEA for like $1. And they're like $13 anywhere else. The little coffee spinners.
Oh, the frother.
Yeah,
the little frother. Yeah, it looks like a kind of a whisk on the end there.
So I whisk it. Now it's tasting like peanut butter cheesecake. It's amazing.
Peanut butter beer cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to throw the beer in there.
See, the beer gives it, leavens it, if you will.
Is this going to be an offering from Wang's Weed?
I think I might be one of those things where you go, would you like to try some peanut butter beer?
Save room for dessert, we think.
And you know what they'll say? Is there weed in it? And I go, yes, of course there's weed in it. There's weed in everything now.
Everything, yeah.
Alcohol edibles are the new frontier. Everybody's already sick of marijuana edibles. You want alcohol edibles.
Huh?
I don't know about that. I still haven't tried the powdered alcohol.
No.
Someone's yelling for John. Did we lose him?
Oh, hey.
Oh.
Hey.
You're still, did everyone hear that?
I'm recording in a haunted house.
Oh.
John, do you need to take a little break?
Nope.
No? You're good?
Good.
All right.
Okay. Good. All right. Yeah. But yeah, the powdered peanut butter thing was, I'm truly amazed. There's got to be some amazing thing. My handheld cotton candy maker is evolving again. Like I said, I agreed to Becky I would get the garage done before I worked on it.
Yeah.
Too much more, but it's cool.
I mean, but if you worked on that, you'd be able to just buy a bigger garage and put all your shit in there.
Well, I've already suggested that. I said I have the money. Let's just get a big house or just buy the neighbor's house and I'll just put it in their yard. Look like the garage sale.
Build a bigger garage around your existing garage, and then you don't have to move anything.
John, I need this focused now. I need to get just the right amount of things. I bought a guitar for $1 at a garage sale yesterday, though. It's strung left-handed. It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, but you could string it any way you want.
It could have belonged to Hendrix.
Mm-hmm. I have two of them now. I found one. Well, the neighbor lady sold me one the other day, and then I bought one. So now I have two guitars. So I put one like over in by the bedroom, and I put one in the living room. And Becky keeps thinking it's the same guitar. She goes, "Why do you keep moving that guitar over the house?" I'm like, "This is. I didn't even think of that. Just get multiples of stuff."
Do you?
I got the slot machine. Oh, you know what? We have a slot machine. You know when you had a slot machine, right, Greg?
I think, it was in the garage. That's why I never saw it.
Yeah, I finally dug it out. Yeah, so now I got slot machine. So this is what's taking so long on the garage is everything I find, I go, I haven't played this in forever.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you know how slots can be addictive.
Well, we were in the fun house late night the other night, and I was talking to someone who lives out here, and they were talking about we were talking about arcades. Something came up about arcades, and I was saying how it's kind of a bummer there's no arcades around where like you could just go in and just get lost dumping quarters or tokens for a couple hours. That was a lot of fun on the old vintage stand-up games. Like they do it at like Dave and Buster's, and they got places like that, but nothing in here in Bisbee, and certainly nothing up there with you guys. And he goes, yeah, I got a bunch of those games. I go, what, like on a like TV, right? You just got the programs or something? He goes, no. And I go, do you have like Miss Pac-Man or something? And he does. He has Miss Pac-Man. He's got Donkey Kong. These are all arcade stand-up games sitting in his garage, and he has basically exactly what I was explaining. If there was just a like garage place where you could go play video games, and then he said he had Tempest, and I'm like, when are we going over there? When are we going over to play Tempest? You remember Tempest with the spinner?
Yeah.
And the spikes, yeah. So now I'm jonesing for any. I mean, they're all in storage. I jumped ahead.
The patio is all vintage video games now at Cooch. You know that, right?
The patio. I thought that was in the pool room.
Yeah, it's a patio.
Huh?
The smoking deck is not the patio, people.
No, I thought it was where the in between the swing bar and the north.
No.
No.
Oh no! Out on the patio.
Out on the patio where the right the entrance of the birdhouse.
Yep.
Okay.
5 pinball machines. You name it, we got it. Galaga.
But it spills over, to the pool area too, because now the collection has grown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's really fun.
And they're all the stand-up arcade games?
We got the arcade, we have pinball, and then we have the sit-down now. What do you call it? The car driving one, cruising.
Oh, yeah, but it's what do they call those? They're the ones where you sit down. Like they'll have them at like pizza places and stuff where you're waiting to get a table.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you were waiting on
tabletop games.
Yep. You were waiting on.
Which one?
We're waiting on goddamn bubble hockey.
Bubble hockey. The fuck is that?
You know the domed hockey game. The domed hockey game. You play like
the actual game, like an analog.
Is there skill to the domed hockey game? Because
are you kidding me, John? I'll play $1 a point if you don't believe there is.
That just sounds like a hustle. That doesn't sound like skill.
Now I'm not gonna.
I think someone figured out how to win.
It seems like it doesn't have the same amount of skill involved as like foosball.
No, it's so much more skilled. You got 6 guys, they're all different angles. Foosball's just in a line. I can take a fucking electric drill, stick it on the end of the thing, and kick your ass in foosball. They won't let me because it's cheating. I go, sorry, carpal tunnel. I know how it works.
All right, I have little experience with this domed hockey game, so I'm ready.
Domed hockey, John, is you and 2 girls fucking playing and fucking laughing, and she's taking her top off. A foosball is some guy with a headband in 2000 with a snake around his neck going, "You want to play?"
That's much more my scene. The guy with the snake around his neck.
I learned how to get the balls out for free. I learned how to get the balls for free.
You stick a paper plate in the goal,
yeah.
Becker. It's
play
perfect.
Play all day.
Yeah. Well, can I just get a plate without buying anything from the Pizza Hut? Yeah. Don't tell your mom.
I had no idea that domed hockey was for the cool kids.
Oh, John, once we get that in there, we will play, and you will get into it to the point where you will actually go, fuck, I hope I don't lose a tooth.
It's so real.
It's so real.
I am excited. I'm excited. You guys have NBA Jam.
Yeah.
Which I love. I'm currently addicted to Xbox basketball that I play with my little brother. My little brother moved into our house, and he has like an Xbox and everything. So I understand that we have not much time on this world, and our lives go by really quickly. And I'm choosing to spend most of my life manipulating little digital basketball men. It's
at least
really
you have some control over your life, John.
Barely, until LeBron James goes on a cold streak and I'm losing. Then
you're gonna take it. Are you gonna take it to Germany?
Yeah, I'm totally gonna take it to Germany.
What are you doing in there, John?
Here's the shitty thing. So I haven't played video games in like maybe 8 years, maybe longer. And the shitty thing is now, like every video game you have to update it online, and every couple times you play, it takes 50 minutes to like download like a update package, and it's really annoying.
Yeah, because
especially when you spend most of your life just like plugging in a cartridge and playing right away.
Because most of the systems are online now, or I mean, all of them are.
And they like release these games that aren't complete.
Well, what it is, John, is they're downloading all your conversations and personal information you might have given out while the game was plugged in your house.
Good. I'm glad somebody's listening to me. But it's so crazy to me that they release games that aren't finished. That's like,
John,
like Ford releasing a car and being like, yeah, we're going to update the brakes later, but you can have it now.
There is a rush to market that I don't think you realize. These games have to get out there, and some of them do go out before everything is all tightened up. And then once
it comes out late, they get death threats.
But even when But even when they do go out, there's a crush of people going to grab some of these games, and then they'll have people that are testing them and sending feedback right away, because they'll play it harder, and there'll be way more people than anyone in their testing center. So I mean, that's normal for this stuff to go out, and then all
as
of a sudden,
member of the 907 Gamers,
yeah,
I'm in a gang. Anyway, they're down at a big convention right now, and they're doing live streaming from the convention, and like fantasy, whoever makes that Final Fantasy game, their booth was just this ungodly looking lights and shit. I mean, these guys are jaded, and they're like, this is amazing. It makes you feel tiny.
Yeah.
And it was just this huge arcade of a booth with lights and shit and stuff coming down, and big screen TV as big as a football field. And they got all this stuff going. And I told them, I said, that's it. Keep streaming videos. And they go, oh, because you want to see it? I go, no, I'm playing a drinking game. Every time you see a guy with a backpack, do a shot. I am hammered. The video games don't make any money, but you look around, the guy who's selling backpacks every person had one. Some guys had two.
Yeah, all the merch, associated with the games, yeah.
Like selling they were all wearing backpacks. Everyone had a backpack. I'm saying sell backpacks.
Wait, they weren't backpacks associated with the games? They were just
no, just people walking by
High
in
Sierra?
the background.
So you're saying Jan Sports, the one that's making all the money here.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you, is there's more money in backpacks. Get a bunch of third world kids to fucking make backpacks and just sell yourself silly.
So the people really
but they already have backpacks, Becker.
No, but you make a better one. You go, oh, this one's got Bluetooth.
Every day someone's born who doesn't have a backpack, John. Come on.
That sounds like
get on board.
Kickstarter pitch. You see all those things on Facebook, like, you won't believe what this backpack can do. Kickstart it today.
20 best backpack hacks.
It's got a blender in it. What?
He bought his backpack, and you won't believe what happened next.
Yeah.
He put shit in it.
And it's the guy just opening it and putting a thermos in there.
No, but yeah, he takes one and he drops his old backpack in the garbage, and the guy gives him the new one. He opens it up, and all of a sudden girls come flocking from everywhere. A little hibachi pops out, starts cooking fish.
I know some of those 907 gamer guys, and they explained to me how the world of like online streaming games works, like on YouTube, where people are playing and then people like give them money to watch them play.
Yeah. No, I know 3 or 4 that make good money, and they work on the slope.
That's how I think like all sports should work. Like basketball players and football players, like live viewers should be tipping them while they play. So if they have a good play, that's how they make their money.
Sure.
That is a brilliant. You know what? I think we could restructure the entire sports world with that.
I feel like we'd see a lot more exciting games if like they're really playing for some money.
Like women's sports would be a lot more attractive.
The WNBA. This is a perfect way to get people to watch the WNBA.
I still don't even think that'll work.
Probably not. But
maybe
if they started something,
if they started tipping the viewers for hanging in there to the fourth quarter, hey, you made it.
I would tip you more if you're wearing red.
You know what's mind-blowing? The WNBA has been around for 20 years.
That is. Considering Hillary just got the nomination.
Yeah. Also, I just read today that whoever wins, Trump or Hillary, will have the oldest inaugurated president ever in the history of the U.S.
Really?
Trump just turned 70, and Hillary is like 69 in a couple of months.
Trump does not look 70.
He doesn't look like a human. He looks like a sweet potato, but yeah.
Sweet potato.
Just a sweet, juicy sweet potato.
Yeah. No, he's got some good points. And he covers them with that hair.
Yeah.
I was gonna commend you if no one went to the hair, but Becker finally went there.
So, Ggreg, what's going on in Bisbee?
Well, the Audible book.
Doug made People magazine.
Yeah. Top 50? Top 20? Something?
Sexiest man in the world.
Well, let's see. It took 4 days to upload all the files for Audible that I had here.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a ton of stuff. And then, we have a shitty internet connection, which is holding up pretty good today. But yeah, that took up my whole week. And then we went to, let's see, we had people over for the baseball game, the Saguaros on Sunday. We were all really hungover. We went there and we made it to the 5th inning, and we were asked to shut it down. You don't have to leave, but you can't announce anymore. So yeah, we made it 5 innings. Like
over the loudspeaker to everybody watching the game.
We had the microphone. We were announcing, and Castle Rock Kenny and I was just playing music. Castle Rock Kenny was announcing. He was doing all right. We don't know. They don't have an announcer. They don't have a PA. I brought a PA to this fucking semi-pro ballpark, and set it up. No money. I'm not getting paid for any of this.
So they told you couldn't do it for free?
They came up and said your services are no longer needed at the bottom of the 5th inning. So at the top of the 6th, I politely but definitely did it so everyone could see. I broke down the PA and then set it at the top of the grandstand and then sat down with everyone else, and then we just yelled everything. No one knew what the score was because there's no one doing the scoreboard. No one knew how many outs there were. At one point, the ump was throwing signs to the first base ump because he didn't know how many outs there were. I mean, it was fucking ridiculous, And
Ggreg, is this ball field for sale?
It's the Warren Ballpark, but it's owned by and it's the oldest ballpark in the country. It is owned by the school, the high school, and the high school doesn't really give a shit if there's baseball there. So there's a completely functioning PA sitting up there that they're not allowed to use. So they have to find someone, or they just play it in silence the whole game.
Have you considered live streaming your announcing?
We don't need to. It's only for us out there. We're just doing it because they needed someone, and we did it. And then they said, Doug did make an announcement that this inning was brought to you by the Wendelstadt School for Umpires, because we were having some problems with some of the calls from the home plate ump, and that's basically when
that's what did it.
If I was gonna pin something on the exact moment when the umpire said, I'm done with these guys, that would have been it.
Technically, I believe that's called low and inside.
Definitely. But then it just got worse because then we were just yelling. What he was doing was kind of funny over the thing, and he was about ready to, at the end of the 5th inning, he was done anyway. It was going to be back to Kenny. And, they didn't know that, but, yeah, it was fucking weird and kind of shitty, but.
I say we buy the ball field. Let's buy the ball field.
No, the school's got it. They do a ton of things there. And like I said,
let's cut the budget to the goddamn school. We're spending too much. If you guys got, what are you, the priest? You can molest kids and then leave the ball field untouched?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
It's America's pastime, Ggreg. You're near the border. We need a little more American presence, a little less school board presence.
Well, I forgot to mention that when we started, I got there, Doug was MIA. I didn't even know if he was going to show up, and Kenny was still at the fun house, and it's a couple blocks away, and I'm like, hey, they're wanting us to make announcements. Where are you guys? And Tracy texted back and said, Doug's not going. He won't be there. Chad's not going to be there. And Kenny's still here in the fun house. I'm like, fuck. And then the guy comes up and goes, hey, I need you to make an announcement. I'm going, I'm not the announcement guy. I'm just setting up the gear. And then I had to make an announcement about restrooms and the concession stands and stuff like that. And then Kenny shows up, and we notice all of the ball players lining the base lines, the third base line and the first base line, and they're all standing there, and it's like, hey, what are they doing? It's like, yeah, you got to play the national anthem. I go, what? I don't have the national anthem. No one told me to download the national anthem. And they're like, well, all right. And then someone, it was Doug, in the stands starts yelling the national anthem. And I thought, oh, this is going to be one of those moments where like everyone joins in. That's kind of cool. And then Doug started speeding it up and like kind of mocking it, and then stopped like second verse in and then said, just play. That's the worst song ever, or something like that.
Okay, I could see where this might have been building.
I think there was a tone set at that moment, and that may have just been in the back of the ump's head the whole time. But I mean, we made an announcement that like, hey, there's something wrong with the CD player, which is a clear lie because they don't have any equipment for us up there. And then we said, well, sorry, we can't play it. We don't have the ability to play the national anthem, and that's when it all fucking started. So,
but I mean, why? So nobody expected you there. What were they going to do if you didn't show up with a PA system?
Well, that's the thing, is they would have played, in silence, which is what they did for the last 3 innings. And even when our team won,
nobody says anything.
We didn't know.
So the teams just like keep score with like a pile of rocks?
Well, they have their own scorekeepers, and then the guy up in the booth, there is a guy up there, but all he's doing is keeping scores for the league. And he's keeping.
They're not worried about the fans.
No, there's no concern about the people who paid, $7.50 to get in, which sucks, because that's us. So anyway, yeah, it was made for a very interesting podcast after. So you can hear even more detail on the Doug Stanhope podcast. But that was Sunday, and then that fired everyone up because it was so bullshit that we came back here and turned it out pretty good.
Yeah, no, that's I just find it hard to believe the school district would have a problem with announcing baseball. Well, I think that's un-American. I think you need to write a letter to the editor.
I think the people in the stands and some of the people that work there could say the same thing about us about not having the national anthem or something like that. But I don't think that. I mean, no one even came up. No one even came up and introduced themselves and said, "Now you guys got the national anthem. This is what time we're going to start. We're going to do this." They just started bitching at me after it was all done. Some guy came up, and I don't even know who that guy was. It could just be,
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, your hot dogs suck.
Yeah.
We don't run the kitchen either.
You knew it was going to be a thankless job when you started. I mean, we all wish you would have lasted more than 5 innings, but that's the game. That's how it goes.
After it all went down, it took me like 3 seconds to fucking download the national anthem, and then I got all the, and then I had a bunch of songs on my phone, so I just downloaded a anthem rock jam album. And so I had everything. I was just there to hook the stuff up. And I didn't know I was going to be responsible for, the national anthem and Take Me Out to the Ball Game and Rock You Like a Hurricane and Crazy Train to play in between the fucking innings. Anyway. But had I known, I mean, I would have been prepared that much. I guess I've seen a ball game. I guess I know how it should happen.
I put $1 in your fishbowl. You play a song I like.
Wow. I didn't even bring a fishbowl. So unprepared.
Did you last longer than the starting pitcher?
Oh no. They were rolling through. In fact, the Tucson Saguaros are top of there's 2 divisions. They're the top of, I think, the West division or the North. I can't remember what they are. And they're the top, and they were playing the Santa Fe Fuegos, and they are clearly the bottom. So all of the starters for the Saguaros, our team, were second string. So, and they pulled I'm
looking at their website right now, and I love that there is a baseball team called the White Sands Pupfish.
Oh yeah. White Sands.
What do their shirts look like?
What's a pupfish?
We were just talking about that. We don't know. I imagine it's some kind of a fish, right?
Or a sexual position.
I'm gonna pupfish you so good.
Sounds illegal.
Yeah, and then there's the Roswell aliens. Oh, that's Roswell cool. Invaders. Sorry, it's Roswell invaders. I don't want to say aliens. We're too close to the border. That's probably not good.
The White Sands Pupfish really, they should have hired a better graphic designer because it's just a W and an S. No pupfish.
Oh, you're kidding. You took that kind of thing and turned it into a WS?
Yeah.
Wall Street.
Yeah.
Okay, Pecos League. Come on.
Well, I mean, it's fun when we're all there, but I mean, they still don't serve liquor there. They just can't get it together in the concession stand.
Do they have a license?
Well, they just need to do it, like we do outside events with Coots. We'll do, get a catering license. But, after the first week, come on, someone get this together,
Yeah. Have you considered a gassy rag booth where you just huff a gassy rag? It's 2 for Tuesday.
Everyone's sitting in the stands with silver paint on their face.
It's legal. Fuck you. It's legal.
Yeah. No, I don't know. And, it's really too bad because you really only get one chance out here to really, make it happen. And having it once a week is great because everyone can get behind once a week. They used to have 5-6 games a week when they had a Bisbee team, and it was just too much. We couldn't go that much. We're fitting it in to do it once a week right now. So, but there'll be a game when you're out here, Becker.
That's great. Okay.
On the 3rd.
I'm pulling out the stop. I'm bringing my drone. I'm going to fly the drone over. We'll do live broadcast. Fly right over the pitcher's head.
Oh, hold on a second. I just remembered something. We, on Saturday night after, we had a bunch of people over here after a guy called Kenny Bang Bang, showed up, and he's a magician. And Doug hates magic of any kind. Yes. And this guy was like, just come on, if you want me to, I'll do one trick. So Doug has him do one trick on stage, and Kenny, it was all fuck. Kenny tried to ruin the trick so bad, but this guy, he knows how to handle. He does shows in Tucson and stuff, right? So he knows how to handle hecklers. He knows how to do a trick that's gonna, it's gonna, no matter what you do to try to thwart it. I mean, anyone who does any time on stage, they know how, they have standard things that they can do. So of course he fucking blew Kenny away, and Kenny the whole way was trying to fuck with the trick, right? And then Doug said, well, hey, why don't you come here on the 4th of July? Because we'll have Matt Becker here. You guys can do kind of a magic off.
Magic off, which I've always wanted. That's what I thought that one movie was going to be about.
Hold on. There's more. Christine Levine will be doing the comedy show with you on the 4th of July. And her partner, the Warlock, is also a magician. So we're going to have 3 magicians here. And the only reason Doug is letting this happen is because there will be 3 magicians here. And it'll be fucking hilarious. So there will be a magic off.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm going to need a raw turkey. I'm going to need a raw turkey, some glow sticks, and some needle and thread.
No problem.
This sounds like a real dangerous situation. Next thing you know, it's going to be like Fantasia. There's going to be like mops and brooms fighting everybody. Yeah, and rain everywhere. Like purple capes with stars and like magic wands flashing around and dancing trees. It's going to be great. And in fact, you're asking for trouble. We've had parties like that before.
Close with the Cosby. Bam.
This Kenny Bang Bang, is he a former professional boxer?
I don't think so.
Kenny Bang Bang Bogner?
I don't know.
It might be his car exhaust. You ever have one of those cars when it gets too rich and it's just bam, bam? It's just like.
Is his promo photo? Does he have a derby hat with the ace of spades in the rim?
No, but he's wearing boxing gloves.
That's not him. He did not do the trick with boxing gloves the other night, the card trick. He did not do it with boxing gloves. I'm pretty confident that's not the same Kenny Bang Bang.
Apparently he had an epic fight. It was Kenny Bang Bang Bogner versus Ray Boom Boom Mancini.
Oh, wow. Anything else, John?
Nope, that's it.
No other details? Okay.
You know what I'm going to do? My trick's going to be, I'm going to make Jake LaMotta rise from the dead. Boom. Nobody saw that coming.
Nope. So I did want to give you a heads up because that just happened. I didn't know if you had talked to Doug lately.
Okay,
but,
good. No.
You should definitely come loaded for bear, if you will.
You got it. I'll bring a coffee tin. What else is there? We really are having unbelievably warm weather. This is ridiculously warm. We actually on Friday or Saturday, they have thunderstorms listed, Greg. Do you know what that means?
Out there?
Armageddon. That's what I'm telling you.
All you need is a volcano to round it out.
We got no virgins to throw in it.
Not up there, no.
We fucked the last
one. We were saving that. I put tape on it. Well, let me see what else is no, we've got 100-degree weather next week. So Tracy and I are actually going to leave town for a couple days.
Where do you go?
Well,
Where do you
we're going up to
get away from the heat?
I just realized we're going up to Phoenix where it's going to be even hotter. So my plan,
Yeah, why would you go?
my plan's backfiring.
It's a little cold in Bisbee. We should go to Phoenix.
Go to Prescott, rent horses.
Well, no, there's no IKEA up in Prescott. We got to get a sofa bed for 4th of July. So we have.
Oh, are you going to IKEA? Can you pick some things up?
All of a sudden, that's a good idea. Yeah, we're gonna cruise around. So we're gonna try and hit the hottest places ever. So we're gonna go from Bisbee to Phoenix, and then Phoenix maybe to Vegas and Palm Springs. So we're touching all the bases.
Mars, maybe Mars if it's on the way.
The surface of the sun is the last stop. Yeah, it's hot everywhere, guys.
Yeah, I know, and that's the thing. But yeah, I just for us, you know that. And John, I don't know how John survives because I know he doesn't have air conditioning.
It's god awful. I just lay on my floor.
Yeah, no, we have that. The floor is actually very cool. So what I figured out was I put little mini fans, like those little computer fans.
Yeah.
I put those and I lay them all over the floor in the house, and it blows cold air in the air, and it actually works great.
The fan on the back of a computer, that little fucking.
Yeah, you know those little tiny little fans. Yeah, those run on 12 volts. So I just run a little converter, and I have like 6 of them laying on the floor, and it blows cold air up everywhere.
What if you just got a bigger fan, like from the store,
like one large fan,
like a box fan?
Yeah, but see that, what, you're going to lay it face down? That doesn't get air, John. Jesus Christ, take an engineering class.
Put it in front of a window?
Then it would blow hot air in the house. What the hell are you thinking? I mean, outside it was so nice.
Build a swamp cooler?
Swamp cooler puts humidity in the air. Do you think I got that like it's frizzy?
It just seems like there's a giant plane about to hit my house. It just seems like having one bigger fan would be more effective than 12 very tiny fans.
Well, one large fan moves a lot more air. The volume is increased markedly over those small little computer fans.
Right.
I bet Dyson has some sort of solution that would.
They have that $300 fan, but to be honest, security is so tight around those things. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to get one of those.
With a credit
because all you
check.
got to just sleeve it. You know how you do it? It's a big round O that blows cold air for $300. But it also is one, once the jacket weather comes back, you could just stick your arm in it, put your coat on, and walk right out with it. It's origamically correct for stealing.
Did you say origamically correct?
Yeah, like folding. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's good. And
can we use those to shoot paper airplanes through them? Like if you threw a paper airplane through it.
John, you can turn it upside down and throw a ping pong ball in the air, and it'll just sit there floating. Don't ruin my trick for the 4th.
Watch out, Warlock and Kenny Bang Bang.
Yeah, good luck, losers.
That's going to be fun.
What else? What else is going on? Anybody's birthday coming up?
No.
Oh, I had a guy come in the birdhouse. Saturday night. He came in the birdhouse. He goes, I was talking to him, nice kid, and I'm like, go down. He goes, I know who you are. And I go, oh, and it seemed creepy. I was like, what? He goes, I listened to your podcast.
Weird.
No, but he knew everything. He goes, where's John tonight? I go, I don't know, fishing.
Should I be worried? Like, should I?
Well, I don't have a cell phone, so I gave him your number, John.
Perfect.
Let me know if he calls.
Yeah, because
And
he was really he's a nice kid.
Perfect. I love our fans.
No, I mean, we're not like one of those ones with a billion fans. We just got.
I don't know. It doesn't even feel right to call them fans. They're just people who somehow stumbled on the podcast and kept listening.
Bored enough.
I don't think they like it.
Bored enough to listen.
We'll call them bands. We'll call them bands. They're
bands.
people with too much bandwidth.
Bands?
Bands, yeah. They're trying to burn through their bandwidth before the month's over.
This is the equivalent of just like setting digital information on fire. Our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I'm thinking about doing a Near the Wild shirt. It's going to be pink and says "Cancer sucks." I think it'll sell like hotcakes.
Them listening to Near the Wild is equivalent to someone at the strip club making it rain. Their bandwidth,
basically.
They're just throwing it straight in the air.
Absolutely.
You're never going to see that again. Well, you know what? I'm indoors this time because my yard's full of crap. So I'm sitting near the crap, near the wild in my backyard. Thanks. I'm Matt Becker.
I'm John Norris, wishing you a happy Flag Day. Go hug a flag.
And I'm Ggreg Chaille in Bisbee, Arizona, wondering where my big tin of coffee went. You've been listening to the Near the Wild podcast with Matt Becker and John Norris, recorded in Anchorage, Alaska on Matt Becker's backyard bus. Engineered by me, Ggreg Chaille.
Remember, those two taught each other everything they know. I didn't teach them everything I know.